Zoe Brooks, Saniya Rivers ready to run for the Wolfpack. And then Aziaha James couldn't put the period on that possession. Quickly the other way, Mia Moore says hello to the crowd here at Reynolds. Offensive rebound keeps the possession alive. James, leading scorer to Brooks. Off the glass and in.
NC State just comes at you so quickly. They drive, they kick, they shoot the ball quickly.
Drive in the lane, cuts through, shot clock. The shot did get off in time, but it won't fall. Wolfpack out in front again.
Jen, they blitzed Louisville. That first quarter, the game was basically over, and that's very impressive for a game that's normally very close between NC State and Louisville.
McQueen and Clemson slowing it down a bit.
And I like this. As we said earlier, Clemson knows they cannot play up and down for 40 minutes with NC State.
Well, they like that back door. That time, though, NC State was ready for it. Step back from James. Good!
Basketball here in Reynolds Coliseum, and how about Aziaha James? Just cooking early.
Really got hot in the NCAA tournament as well.
She was phenomenal, Jen, in the NCAA tournament. Averaged just over 23 points per game. And
5 straight points now for the Wolfpack and a 5-point lead for NC State. Addie Porter knocks down the 3. Senior transfer from Chattanooga. Clemson having won 3 of their last 4. That includes their ACC opener against Wake Forest. Moore follows up with another triple. The lead back to Clemson.
Mia Moore heard what we were saying, and the Tigers know they've got to make a high percentage. Getting open looks in transition is a good strategy for Clemson.
You have to be loving. Biggest questions for this Wolfpack team, Kelly, probably on the inside and what they're going to look like this year.
They have some front court questions, as I alluded to, as
State last year, but boy, she was knocking them down at shoot around today and has been hitting it 60% from 3 over the last 3. Offensive rebound from Klus. Fresh shot clock for Moore, and another 3 goes down for the Tigers. Leading the way for this Clemson Tiger attack. And what a huge win this would be, Kelly, if Clemson can come in here to Reynolds Coliseum against a ranked NC State team.
I know it is way too early, and my studio partner, Muffin McGraw, does not want me to talk about this, but when it comes to bracketology, as Klus hits another one, 5 for 7 now from beyond the arc.
Yeah. Hayes looking for the answer on the other end, you betcha.
Moore wanted to shoot that, but Trieger at 6'6" did not let Moore get that shot off.
Hayes feeling it.
You're seeing what she's doing so far in this game from UAB. And in that game specifically against South Carolina, she shined. Her athleticism translates to any level. Quick release from Hannah Kohn. Love the pump fake, and the key on
where she hit 19 threes in one game.
Jen, that's crazy.
And we're up to 61 points.
She set the national. She's not even the one who's doing most of the damage so far for Clemson from beyond the arc.
Those are the first points for NC State in this quarter, and Saniya Rivers, such an important part of this NC State team, the one that makes them go. She finds Cox, who knocks down the 3. Devin Quigley on the floor for NC State. No Saniya Rivers on the bench with 2 fouls. Marina Awu also in. She gets the ball here from Brooks.
This was a great pass. Zoe Brooks catches it, kind of an awkward position, sees Tessa Miller coming to help, dishes it up. Look for her teammate. And Lorena Awu is a player they're excited about. A great body, 6'5", just a freshman.
Wow, that is a wide open look, well earned by Clemson. Quigley gets herself stuck back to Awu, yes! 6'5" grad center out, expected to be for the season, so NC State a little short-handed, and Porter drains a 3. Might get to work it in anyway.
Well, similar to Wolfpack great Reina Perez.
Make it a rain.
Takes me back.
Still some work to be done. Under a minute to go, and what has been a very entertaining first half. Clemson has kept themselves in it with the 3, a flat-footed 3 from Tessa Miller.
NC State needed that. After after this Clemson three. Hannah Kohn drawing all the attention in the corner. Only taken 4 threes all year coming into the game. NC State bit. They had to go off on Kohn and left Miller wide open.
Oh, wow. Zoe Brooks, count it!
Finishing. She struggled a bit to finish in this first half, but excellent finish and drawing the
skills of some of these NC State guards versus the three-point shooting of Clemson.
And can Clemson keep it up in the second half and get to halftime without NC State going on a little run right here, Jen?
These are an important, wants a good look. Porter will pass it off. Miller, good hands coming from everywhere. Aziaha James.
James just coming out of nowhere here. And Lorena Awu, great job of
5 seconds to go. Porter.
Got to be aware of the time.
Kohn takes it, makes it!
My goodness. Tied up with number 22 NC State because of it. Hannah Kohn, the elevator screen, gets the ball off just in time. Great execution.
And looking at a wonderful opportunity here. Backdoor cut is open for Mia Moore, who has 14. Had the rare two-point basket to start off this third quarter after hitting 9 threes in the first, and Moore does it again.
And it's tough for Rivers. When you've been sitting on the bench for so much time in the first half, it's hard to get back in rhythm.
Oh my, Royal McQueen!
And NC State has to respect McQueen passing the ball. They're so worried about her passing it. Worried about Tessa Miller on the pop. And McQueen gets to the rim with ease.
James, shot fake works to perfection.
That is beautiful basketball from Aziaha James. Take another look at Aziaha James using that pump fake perfectly, making Summer Evans go flying. And then she has a wide, is high on many WNBA draft boards.
Moore, so quick to the rim. 18 points in the game now for Mia Moore. Evans making her first career start for Clemson tonight. And those are her first points and the largest lead now for Clemson. Brooks couldn't get her own shot, but that works just as well. Six-point lead now for the Tigers. Go inside. They get it back to A through Miller.
And NC State has struggled to guard Tessa Miller in the pick and roll. I think there's some miscommunication, as you said, Jen, trying to will her team back into this game.
9 ties, 10 lead changes in the first half. More! And it is James on the defensive end, too.
When the officials realize that, they're really not going to give you the call.
Rivers looked in the other side, and that's where she found a wide-open Mallory Collier. Didn't see Collier in the first half, but Rivers certainly saw her on that possession. McQueen with the answer. To be competing at a high level. They were picked second in the ACC preseason poll. Final 4 last year. Collier, 4 points now off the bench, helping the Wolfpack.
I think you got to go back to Aziaha James. She's been the player that has been able to get her own shot and really spark the offense. But hey, if you can get Saniya Rivers involved as well. And NC State now in a 2-3 zone, switching things up defensively on Clemson, but
do you dare? Do you dare to do a zone? This hot shooting Clemson team.
When any shooter sees a 2-3 zone, they automatically start salivating. And that's exactly what Hannah Kohn just did. I'm not sure about the switch to the zone.
Good sign.
She fell really hard. Oh, goodness.
Clemson wants another three. That one was tipped. Cruz had an open look initially and then does put it off the glass and in.
A tipped three ends up being almost a perfect pass for a layup. Sometimes you have those nights in basketball.
Step back from Brooks. Good! After the officials changed one of Clemson's 2-point baskets to a 3, they led at the half. NC State hasn't led since the second quarter. They tie it now.
Set her a screen and let her get to the rim.
There she goes. Foul. Count it.
Best athletes in the country at 6'1". Gets to the rim, uses her left, big time the entire first half. Some players would check out, and she stayed locked in. Has been very good for her team in the second half.
James back on the floor for NC State. Kohn, yes for three.
These back-to-back buckets, back-to-back threes. Hannah Kohn.
James finds Hayes. The answer. James. Determined. With the left is good. Who made a heroic comeback after hopping off. Look at that. Blistering pace on the pass, and Moore is through. And this is without the students fully back after the winter break. Oh, Brooks just was in the right place defending. Didn't even know anything about the ball. She knows all about that finish, though. The Tigers tightening up maybe a little bit. All these players who Sean Poppy told us he needs to get to believe in themselves. Believe they can win at places like Reynolds Coliseum against a ranked Wolfpack team.
Playing at home, having won so many games, NC State has all that. Clemson is still trying to figure it out.
Madison Hayes over there on the bench.
You don't just win 840 games without knowing a little something.
Second winningest active head coach in the country in women's hoops.
Great job by their guards.
Hence why we came on the air with Wes Moore singing about UGL. Why? Nothing ugly about that take by Saniya Rivers. This NC State team is on it. NC State just take all the time they want on these possessions. A little more pressure being applied now. Hayes drives. Had it blocked.
To dribble all over the place. Then Clemson has struggled.
Moore. Blocked by Rivers.
NC State has the basketball, and Coach Poppy called that timeout.
Double-doubles against Louisville, and Davidson was sick during the last game against James Madison. Oh, how about the long three?
NC State cannot advance the ball because Sean Poppy called the timeout. They're going to try to apply some pressure. That could be the dagger for NC State.
Kohn, Clemson needs some of these. That's her fifth triple tonight. Back to that long three.
You had to get a stop there if you're Clemson. Got to stop and score.
Swinging around to the corner, and there's back-to-back triples for the Tigers.
Clemson, and of course Laurel McQueen finding Mia Moore, a great extra pass, and now Clemson
in the ACC in the preseason poll. Battling hard tonight. Off the glass, not done yet. McQueen adds a couple more. 11.8 seconds is all the Tigers have to work with. Kohn has hit some big threes tonight. Couldn't get that one to go. She'll try again. Up over James. But in the end, it's too little, too late as time runs out on the Tigers, and NC State gets the win, 83-79.